Good day. So I want to briefly talk about 15-minute cities. Those that don't know, 15-minute cities are basically cities where you can do all of your business, get all of your living done within 15 minutes of your home. Meaning your school, your work, your play, pharmacy, medical, all your basic needs will be met within 15 minutes of wherever you live, which is usually within 2 or 3 miles of where, your residence is. With the rise of e-bikes, congestion pricing is about to take place here in New York. New traffic laws and new traffic patterns that are making driving in the city difficult. 15-minute cities are being advertised as progress, and post-pandemic it's supposed to make life easier for everyone. But I believe 15-minute cities are the new prisons, because 15-minute cities work like this. You will not be able to travel on your own accord just whenever you want. I believe with the onset of congestion pricing, I can see a future where you're going to need a passport just to go from the Bronx to Brooklyn, or from Manhattan to Staten Island. I believe 15-minute cities are designed to keep us in a prison, jails, which we don't see the bars, because you're not gonna have the option to be able to travel up to the mountains just whenever you want. You're not gonna be able to have the option to just travel to another state, another country just whenever you want. And most of us are gonna be asleep to this fact, because we're still gonna be so happy that everything is convenient. Everything is easily accessible to us. Again, within 15 minutes of where you live, all these things are gonna be available to you. But the minute you try to get out of your 15-minute city, or the minute you want to travel out of your 15-minute city more than the allowed time or allowed distance, you're gonna run into some issues. Meaning you're gonna have to pay more money to travel. You might not be allowed to travel. You may not be allowed to refuse medical service, as in the case of vaccines. You're gonna be forced to eat whatever food they give you, because you can't grow your own food because you're not gonna have a garden. You're gonna be forced to accept whatever education system is available, because you're not gonna have the option to send your kids anywhere other than whatever is gonna be your deemed 15-minute zone school. And us, as being gullible humans, we're gonna think this is progress. I believe these are prisons. These are the new prisons of the new world. Driving is a big thing. The fact that we can get up and get in our cars and go where we want right now is a big thing. That's a big freedom we have. And I also know driving is a right, is a privilege. I understand that. But the fact that we can get in our car and drive wherever you want is a big thing. Because e-bikes, they only go but so far. So with the advent of the congestion pricing and all this modern technology, the rise of the robots, the rise of drones, ask yourself, man, do 15-minute cities benefit us, regular citizens, or do 15-minute cities benefit those whose main aim is to control? Do your own research. Check it out for yourself. But I believe Skynet is up 100 and humans 0. Be active, be blessed, y'all. Be active, be grateful, and express that gratefulness through physical movement. It's the ravenous resistance. 15-minute cities. Look it up.